really like zoned in on the core of like your business is like your business needs work. Like we can do all the marketing we want, but then like these pieces need to be like in place. I think that really gave me a sense of like how transformative working with you like could be. And then from there, I really appreciated how that hit that mark for me versus like all these coaches that I would see like on TikTok and be like, this is how I bought I made $100,000 in like 2 weeks, right? Like those, like I see a lot of those. And although like the messaging resonates with me, like there was really something about how you communicated with me that really made me feel like I don't need $100,000 in 2 weeks. It would be nice, but then what would really make me content as a person, as an entrepreneur, like as a business owner, and like someone that's going to put myself out there in front of people. I feel like that was the promise um that I got from you, and I really did get it. So so yeah. I love how you constantly reminded me about, being mindful of my energy, because you read me like right away. I think you could have see what I needed, like how I needed to be supported. And now as a new coach, like I'm starting to appreciate how you were coaching me as well. I'm like, oh, like she really called that out. That wasn't like coincidence. That wasn't like any small talk. Like she really called me out on like those things that I needed to improve on in the most loving, gentle way. And that was very important, I think, to keep me moving forward. The confidence you had like in yourself and the confidence you had in your work and your clients, that was like very attractive to me. And then the confidence you had in me, just I was just like, okay, like this is it. This is perfect. I want to, go through the process and like come out with that confidence as well. Super anxious, lots of self-doubt, really chaos. There was a lot of good things like to work with. I felt like I had a lot to offer already to begin with, but it was just like in it was so fragmented that there wasn't really a way that I could move forward with any kind of strategy until like I set those foundations. And now I have those foundations, and I feel like I have built the habits. I've uh I'm like I'm very confident in what I offer now, and also in what I can offer in the future. I think there's so much potential that was just floating around, and now feels more feasible. It doesn't feel like I'm falling behind because now I can see the plan like in the future. So that I think is like a huge change. And also like I sleep well because I'm not like thinking of like what's gonna happen next or blah blah blah. Like I'm and I am not a people pleaser as much as I was like in the beginning. And I'm not like desperate to like to get the next like check just because like I need it, because I have a plan that I can fall back on and rest on, um, and stand on business on. It does feel more sustainable, and it feels like it's mine. It's not like the Christine effect, the CLU effect. Like even if it has had this tremendous effect on me, it still feels like this transformation is mine. Like you were saying earlier, I put in the work and you were there for the whole journey. And I think I I feel very proud of myself. I didn't feel that I could be proud of my business or my work like before. And now when I go speak, I feel like I can back it up because like back then I felt very heavy imposter syndrome. But now I'm like, I actually no, like look at my stuff, look at my stacked website, look at my case studies. And now I can also go home and look at my profits.
Oh,
So that also was one of the signifiers that like I have changed, like, internally. It's like it doesn't bother me anymore. Right. It
mm,
wasn't like, what did I do wrong? It's like, here's what went well and what we could improve. I also love how you like actually help me kick off that momentum by when you share me on your socials, like that's so important because like that was like my first few like eyes on my stuff. And like that also was like, wow, like she really has so much confidence in me that she would put my name beside her face. you know that's that's great. There's no one thing. I think it was like the entire experience was just like jam packed of like with like discovery, I think, self discovery as well. um that's an important part. So many, I wouldn't say I have favorite part. I love the experience. There are a lot of important parts, a lot of like, yeah, pivotal moments, I think. Oh, here's one like other like important moment that was like really, like you really showed up for me. It was that day that I was like having like such anxiety over that client that we were gonna turn down. And I was like, when you like got on that call with me, that was so like that was such like a lesson moment. And like also was like, you know, like I have confidence in myself. And also just like knowing exactly what to say and what I was doing wasn't wrong. Choosing myself wasn't wrong. And like that was also peak peak coach moment. Today is my favorite part. Looking back, like the reviews are my favorite part. Um when you would also reassure me that like I was doing a lot and I was like kicking myself for it. And like, when you remind me to give myself grace, those were pivotal, I think. It's like, okay. And now like I have your voice in my head, like cheering me on and reminding me, like, be like, it's okay. You did a lot.